Welcome back to Flipping Pages, Stirring Sauces. Today, I'm going to deal with an issue that I have been avoiding dealing with. But when you get an assignment from the Most High and you refuse to do it, something gets dropped in your life that says, you need to do this. I had my day all planned today. Planned it last night. I planned to get up and price my teacups. I haven't been able to price my teacups because I have an assignment that I didn't want to deal with. Because in spite of what people might think, I don't like confrontations. But anyway, the first little bit is going to be about the government and Purolator. In one of my earlier videos, I indicated that the government and Purolator expected us to come at them with a left uppercut in response to the cease and desist notice that was served on them. But instead we came back with a right hook. They don't know what to do with that right hook. And instead of trying to defend that right hook, they provided us with a response that we would get if we had provided them with a left uppercut. Just so Purolator and the government knows that. And they're trying to now force us into case management. Know that if you hire some corrupt judge to preside over this lawsuit, and that corrupt judge who is being paid by somebody who is not a Canadian makes the wrong ruling, then the Canadian Charter of Rights and the Canadian Constitution will be in great jeopardy. This is a very serious case. It's uncharted waters. So I suggest that you sail along cautiously, because if this judge throws Canada's Constitution and the Canadian Charter of Rights into a tailspin, it'll be civil unrest in this country. And that is what you're hoping for. But what you don't realize is when civil unrest erupts in this country, the army and the law enforcers will not be on your side. And you will not be able to import foreign nationals like you did during the peaceful, lawful protest in Ottawa, because they will be too busy fighting their own governments. You see, Canada has started something, and the world has taken notice, and the world is fighting back for human rights. That is all I'm going to say on that. I'm going to get on with the real task at hand. Now, I will fight for justice. I will fight on the side of justice, no matter what you look like, no matter the color of your skin, whether you be black, white, pink, purple, yellow. I will fight on the side of justice. I am a melanated woman, and history has shown us that the melanated people have gotten a raw deal. And so I stand for my melanated brothers and sisters, and I make no apologies for it. And some people might say that I'm racist. That is their opinion, and other people's opinion of me is none of my business. And today I'm going to start out in Isaiah. Isaiah tells us that our Creator loves us and He will not share His glory with anyone. The Creator wants us to be free and wealthy. Free and wealthy physically, financially, emotionally, and spiritually. Some of our American brothers and sisters see us as inferior, and they don't realize that people from the Caribbean have gone through the same struggles that they have gone through and are still facing some of those same struggles today. The Most High said, "A house divided cannot stand." And until they realize that we, as a people, Israel, must come together as one and earnestly seek the great I Am as one equal footing. Yep, we need to be on equal footing. We will not gain that which we seek until we're all on equal footing. My brothers and sisters, you do not need to pay anyone anything to gain that which is given to you freely by the Ancient of Days. No one except you can release the power that is within you. Like Africa, we're always looking out to someone else for help or for salvation. I say, look within. The salvation is within us. Africa's salvation is within the continent of Africa. Babylon does not realize what time it is. Babylon, your time is up. Africa is the wealthiest continent on planet Earth. And recently, Babylon issued an ultimatum to certain African nations. And these are sovereign African nations. And the ultimatum was not to do business with the Russians or else. Well, let me tell you this. I don't remember anywhere in history where the Russians stole us from Africa. I don't remember anywhere in history where the Russians brought us to their land as slaves to do free labor. I don't remember anywhere in history where melanated people were made to build Russia. I don't remember anywhere in history where the Russians tarred and feathered us. I don't remember anywhere in history where the Russians burnt us at the stake. I don't remember anywhere in history where the Russians cut our babies out of our bellies and used it for alligator bait. I don't remember anywhere in history where the Russians tied us to horses and sent them in different directions. I don't remember anywhere in history where the Russians burnt us at the stake. I don't remember anywhere in history where the Russians used their body parts to make furniture and other implements. I don't remember the Russians doing that. I don't remember the Russians using dogs to rip us apart. I don't remember the Russians doing that. I haven't read that in history. If any of you have read about that in history, please educate me. I don't remember the Russians dropping a bomb on Black Wall Street. I don't remember the Russians shooting us down in cold blood on a daily basis. I don't remember the Russians kneeling on George Floyd's neck until he took his last breath. I don't remember the Russians doing that. So please, educate me if I'm missing something. The African countries, they didn't take it sitting down when this ultimatum was issued to them by Babylon. They swiftly put Babylon in their place, and so they should. Mother Africa, what does a mother do when her young is threatened? She draws on her inner strength, and from within, she protects her young at all costs. And I'm a mother, so I know. You are a continent. You're a continent. You're made up of, 50-something countries? Stop looking to Babylon. Look to your right. Look to your left. Extend your arm to your brother and your sister and say, let us work together within the continent of Africa. We are wealthy on all fronts. The world is stealing our resources. Let us put a stop to that. Let us pool our resources together and do business with each other. A house divided cannot stand. Let us remove the divisions that were placed between us by our oppressors and colonizers, and be a force to be reckoned with. Look within and stand as one. Take away Babylon's power of division and say no more. You have raped us for long enough. Take your sanctions and shove them where the sun doesn't shine. We are self-sufficient. We are going to trade, sell, and by within the continent of Africa with our brothers and sisters. You need us in order to maintain your way of life, and you are going to compensate us appropriately for our natural resources that you have been pillaging and stealing. When Africa stands up, let us see who is going to stand against her. Africa is rising. Melanated people are waking up to who we are, and we are rising. My Johnny-come-lately brothers and sisters who think that they own the word reparations, let me introduce you to the Maroons of Jamaica, who in 1738 established themselves as a free people who owned land and continues to own that land today. Not only did the treaty confirm that the oppressors were not superior to the Maroons, it also covered reparations for every single Maroon. Even though Britain agreed to pay reparations, they never did. And the Maroons have not stopped demanding their reparations. One way or the other, they will get their reparations. And us, as melanated people, will get our reparations. Us, as Israelites, the Creator's chosen people, will come out with great substance. Let me introduce you to Marcus Garvey, Paul Bogle, Sam Sharp, George William Gordon, Nanny of the Maroons, the Honorable Nesta Robert Marley. And yes, his name is Nesta Robert Marley, not Robert Nesta Marley. What would I call it now? I will just put it this way. A government personnel said that Nesta was too girly and arbitrarily changed this man's name to Robert Nesta Marley. But he was born Nesta Robert Marley. So I didn't make a mistake. So don't anybody contact me and tell me that I made a mistake. So, the Honorable Nesta Robert Marley and the entire Rastafarian population and all the other people that I've mentioned above are the pioneers for seeking reparations. When you seek to belittle people from the Caribbean and from Africa, you better sit your ass down and take a history lesson out of one of our books. You say you are for black people, then be for black people. And be about black people. And stop displaying your air of superiority. In doing so, you're emulating your oppressors. When you behave in this manner, it signifies to the rest of the world that you are nothing but a black-looking oppressor. Yes, oppressors comes in all shades, shapes, sizes, and gender. Jeremiah 22, verse 3 tells you, do no wrong or violence to the resident alien, By marginalizing immigrants, you're doing a wrong to them. You cannot be for the Creator, the Most High, the Ancients of Days, the Great I Am, if you are going to marginalize people because they happen to come from another geographic region. Sometimes the person you see as your enemy will be the one to save you in your time of trouble. Luke 10:30-37 teaches you about the Good Samaritan. 1 John 4:1 tells you to test the Spirit. Condemnation is not for us to dish out. This is for the Most High to dispense. In Genesis 12:1-3, the Creator said, I will bless those who bless you. He didn't say, I will bless these people because they live in this geographical region. He said, I will bless those who bless you. The Creator does not care who you are. He's going to treat you the same way that you treat us. If you continue to marginalize us, He will marginalize you. He even has rules for how we are to treat and compensate those who serves us. And in the days when melanated people rule the earth, there were rules for how we treated those who served us. Those rules still apply today. Babylon has caused strife, war, and famine in Africa and most places in the world where they go to. Africa is rising, and her people will no longer be fleeing in pursuit of a better life. The lie they have spread about a better life in the USA is crumbling. They have now turned on their own people, and soon the inhabitants of Babylon will be fleeing. And where will you run to? You're high and mighty. I will tell you, to the same people that you have marginalized. The most powerful battle that Israel will ever fight is taking place right now. That battle is for our souls. We pray so earnestly to a God that is not ours. If only we would turn to our Creator and pray to Him as earnestly as we pray to that false god that was given to us by the kingdom of darkness, we would see a much bigger change. Let no one or any emotion of fear come between you and the great I am. 2/3 of us have already failed the first test by drinking the lemonade. The tests are only going to get harder and harder because the oppressor knows that his time is short. Only the great I Am can deliver you, and you can accomplish that by seeking Him, trusting Him, and obeying His laws, statutes, and commandments. He said He will remember the covenant that he made with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. We are in the eye of the storm, and we can smile at the storm if we are able to recognize where we are. War, rumors of war, diverse diseases. People expected these things to come naturally from the Creator, but the Creator works in mysterious ways. He is using the wickedness in the hearts of men to bring about these things. The compass is within you. Drag it out and use it to lead you to the Creator. Melanated people, stay out of this so-called war that is going on in the Ukraine. Okay? Stay out of it. It is not our war. The Creator is using Putin to put us back in our rightful position. Okay? Stay out of it. It is not your war. And the other thing is, when this war started in Ukraine, and melanated people were being dragged off of buses that were paid for, when they were being turned back at the border with Poland, when they were being incarcerated, when they were being beat up on the streets by Ukrainian men, when they were standing outside in the cold for 3 days without food, water, or warmth, Russia gave them passage. When the rest of the world turned their backs on those melanated people, where was America? How dare you go to Africa and tell Africans not to do business with Russia? Where were you? My melanated brothers and sisters, just seek the Most High, the Ancient of Days, Awa, the Giver of Breath, Yahweh, the Great I. Just seek Him. Throw fear out the door. Throw it away. Toss it away. He did not give us the spirit of fear. Throw it away and seek Him. He will do the rest. I give you my peace, my Ahab, my Baruch, and I ask that you like and share this video with everyone you know. This message needs to get out there. We need to wake people up. And we need to be on the side of justice. I do not eat meat, fish, or eggs. And I have taken an oath not to hurt or injure anyone. And for that reason, and the fact that the Creator says, "Thou shalt not kill," I've chosen not to partake of flesh. The Creator also said we should not consume blood. Doesn't matter how much you wash meat, it still has blood in it, and we shouldn't consume it. But am I gonna hold that against somebody? No. My children are still meat eaters. And while I will not touch meat with my bare hands, I still prepare it for them because it's a choice they have to make for themselves. I will not impose my will on them. And will I kill or injure somebody just because of the color of their skin? No, I will not do that. I will be nonviolent with you if you are nonviolent with me. But if you attack me or my children or my people and I have to defend them in spite of that oath that I took, I will kill you. I have a right to defend myself. And if you attack me and I have to defend myself, I'm going to defend myself in any way that I can. I would rather live peacefully with people than for them to attack me and for me to have to defend myself. Shalom.